Oh, when I got my offer from West Virginia, it was in that gym.
Really? Tell me about that. Hey everyone, and thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Outlet Podcast. I'm your host, Lindsay Smith, and today our guest is Jevon Carter. Jevon, thank you for hanging out with us. How are you doing today?
Thank you for having me. I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. You know, it's been a little bit of time since we've been able to really connect and talk about what you've been doing for the last couple months since, the NBA season was suspended, and a lot has happened. So let's kind of go back to the beginning. How did you find out about the NBA being postponed? Where were you?
How did I find out? Somebody sent it to me on Instagram and asked me, was this serious? I'm like, what? I'm like, what you mean? The season ain't canceled? He like, nah. He said they said ain't no more basketball. I'm like, I haven't heard it. Next thing you know, we get a call and a text saying that the season has been postponed.
What was your reaction like when you got the confirmation?
I couldn't believe it. I didn't think it was real, honestly. I really couldn't believe it. It didn't really hit me till they told me I couldn't go in the gym no more. That's when it really hit me hard. I'm like, oh, I gotta figure something out.
Throughout your entire life, have you ever had a stretch like this without basketball or sports?
No, not ever.
So how did you navigate that? What were you able to do in terms of like accessing equipment or staying in shape?
Man, I had to figure it out. For real, I went on Google and typed it in. I just went and typed in different workouts, doing stuff outside. I was going to outside parks and stuff, shooting on triple rims. It's super hard to hit on those rims. That was making me mad. I'm out there running all over the place trying to get the ball.
So then when those also got shut down, what did you do from there? Because I know I was talking with the trainers and the coaching staff, and they were trying to help send you guys some home workout plans. What did you do with that moving forward?
Man, I started hiking. That's what I started doing. I'm out here hiking these mountains in Phoenix, Arizona, losing my mind.
I mean, it's a little bit toasty out, I'm not going to lie. What were some of your favorite places to hike?
What's that mountain called? Stone Mountain. It's either called Stone Mountain or South Mountain. It was like a bunch of different trails, and I just used to take a different trail every time I went.
Nice. That's not too bad. Were you quarantined like alone? Did you have anybody living with you or anybody who came to like family members or anything?
I had my cousin staying with me, and then one of my old teammates from college was staying with me as well.
And what were you guys able to do to keep yourselves entertained while you weren't hiking?
We in the house doing push-ups, sit-ups, crunches, all type of ab exercises. Went to the store, bought some board games, Uno, cards, all type of stuff. Anything we could do to stay active. And we watched a lot of basketball.
Like film or just old school classic games?
Both.
Did you have any goals when you were watching like the film, just in terms of how you wanted to maneuver your game moving forward, or even goals for stay at home, like in keeping your body in shape?
I spent a lot of my time like watching other players and seeing like what they're good at and why are they good at it. You know what I'm saying? Like really start focusing on, okay, he's real effective at making this shot. Like what makes him effective at making this shot? You know, trying to go put it in my game, try to implement it, watch the shots I missed and why I missed those certain shots and those certain times. And just all type of little small details that can be fixed real easily.
Nice. I mean, it sounds like it was a pretty solid and successful time at home for you, even, basketball wise, and keeping your mind kind of good with some entertainment value there. Uh,
Yeah.
what would you say, though, was the hardest part of being away from basketball and being quarantined for so long?
The hardest part is not being able to be in the gym. Honestly, that's really the hardest part. As cliche as it sounds, for me, that's the hardest part.
I can totally understand that there. But then thankfully, it took a while, but we found a way to get there as a league. You guys were able to come back into workouts at the Madhouse. Now, these were one-on-one drills and very socially distant and different than what you're used to. But when you found out you were able to go back and start working out again, how excited were you?
Super excited. They were saying the only thing that made me kind of skeptical about it when they said we had to wear gloves and masks. I'm like, what? How y'all expect me to work out in gloves and masks? And then when we got there, and then when I found out it was like the coaches and stuff, and like everybody around you just had to wear it, I was like, oh, this cool with me. I get in, get my work in, and get out.
So take me into those workouts a little bit. What are they like, and what are some of the hardest parts or just challenges in terms of staying so far away from each other, working out with coaches who have masks on and gloves on? Because there's got to be a lot of just small little hardships that come with that, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's just difficult, especially when you shooting and you only got one coach rebounding for you. He got a rebound, he got a pass. It's like you don't want to shoot no bricks for real. You want to make sure all of them go in, so he ain't got to chase the ball all over the place. And then it's just then you just got one player, one coach on the other end. It's like you can't even really talk to him. You gotta yell at him across the court. But I mean, like, I don't know. We probably should have had this interview earlier, because now I done got used to it now. I done got used to it now. Now that's just like what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you, because it's one of those things that even in just everyday life, right? Like all the changes that we've had to implement, like you're wearing a mask right now. Those
Yeah,
things were hard to get used to, but now it's just like, it's just the norm. Like, no big deal, right?
yeah.
So how hard is it to see your teammates as you're coming and going from the madhouse and not be able to go and give them a hug or a high five and really spend quality time with them?
It's tough. It's tough, but we keep in touch on like text through FaceTime and stuff. But it's just like when you go in the gym, it's really just a regular job now. You know how you go to work, you don't talk to all your coworkers, so it's just like you get in, you do your work, and you go home.
All right, we're going to take a quick break to give a little love to our sponsors over at muststopbullying.org. They offer a lot of great tips and tricks to help stop bullying and prevent bullying. So if you'd like to get more information, again, just head on over to muststopbullying.org. All right, so when the NBA announced that the season would resume and the Suns would have a shot to compete, what went through your mind in that moment?
Let's go shock the world. Hey, we got a chance to make the playoffs. Why not? At least now we know for a fact we playing for something. So let's go give it everything we got.
What have those conversations been like with your coaching staff and your teammates, even whether it's Zoom or text message or when you do see each other in passing? What have those conversations been like around going to Orlando and resuming the season?
From what I know, all the guys that I've talked to, everybody seems like they on board. We just want to go hoop. We feel like we got an opportunity to go do something special. So why pass up on this opportunity? That's from my understanding. That's what I've been getting.
Another quick reminder that our friends over at muststopbullying.org offer a lot of great help to prevent and stop bullying. Parents and kids can address the issue of bullying in different ways, but we can all work together to help stop bullying. Again, visit muststopbullying.org for more. Are you nervous at all? Do you have any feelings towards this bubble?
Nah, it's just gonna be weird. It's gonna be different, and it's just something we just gotta do.
Yeah, it's like the next piece in navigating that new norm, right? All right, so one thing that I thought was really cool about playing at Wide World of Sports is that you and a lot of your teammates and a lot of players around the league have experience playing there. A lot of AAU tournaments have happened there. What are some of your favorite memories in that sports complex?
Favorite memories? Well, I won 17 AAU nationals there. My last AAU basketball game was there, and it was for the championship, and we won, and I was MVP. Uh, what else? Oh, I played there in college my senior year in the Thanksgiving tournament, and it was a championship game. Matter of fact, we was down like 20 with like 6 minutes left. Came back and won. We was going crazy. Then what else? I think that's it. Oh, when I got my offer from West Virginia, it was in that gym.
Really? Tell me about that.
That's
Well,
the
like, did
first
you get a
time.
call while you were there, or what happened?
Uh, we was there playing a team at like 8 a.m. in the morning, and it was a bunch of college coaches there, which is kind of crazy because normally the college coaches don't come till later in the day. So we like, oh, they must be here watching somebody. So we knew it wasn't nobody on our team. So we like, it must be somebody on the other team. So the whole time we was just in there just trying to kill. And I was going crazy that game, offensively and defensively. And then next thing you know, later that day, I got a call from the assistant coach saying they wanted to offer me a scholarship to West Virginia.
And what was the reaction like? Were you just like immediately yes? Did you have to call mom first? What went down?
On that, I thought it was fake. I thought somebody was really joking. So I had I had sent the coach my dad number. I was like, here, call this number. Like, I don't believe what you're saying.
And then did dad call you and was like, no,
Yeah.
for real, this is real?
Yeah, when my dad had called me back and told me, he's like, nah, he like, they serious. He's like, that was the assistant coach. I'm like, oh, all right. Then I got happy after that.
I was like, okay, let's do this. I'm down.
Yeah.
So one tournament that you did play there was the national championships in 2013. And Cam was actually playing in that same tournament. Do you remember playing against him, or do you remember knowing of Cam around that time?
Uh-uh.
No, you didn't know that?
Nah, I didn't even know that.
Isn't it crazy how you guys like seem to always cross each other's paths when you're younger and then like now you're teammates?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
kind of
that's
excited to see how you guys all navigate this space. The do you feel like the NBA resuming at Wide World of Sports is going to feel kind of similar to the other experiences where you've played there as well, just because of, not as many fans or people, just like kind of the differences that'll happen?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. When I heard we was all going out there to play, I was like, oh, this feels just like AAU again. All the teams gonna be all in the same area, playing at the same gym, playing against the same people. I'm like, man, this ain't nothing but AAU all over again.
Do you feel like that brings a little bit more of an element of nostalgia to these games and makes them like even more unique than they already will be?
Yeah, this definitely probably gonna be probably one of the most craziest finishes to any NBA season ever.
How do you anticipate it's going to be like mentally not having fans and feeding off of that energy? Have you thought about that?
That's the only thing I can't visualize in my mind because it's like I don't know. I couldn't. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you how it's gonna start. Like, are we still coming in separately to the game? Like, are we just traveling on the bus to like as one team? Then coming out and not seeing not one person in the stands? Come on now. It's like not one person? That's gonna be weird. This is gonna be weird. I can't even picture it. I couldn't. That's why I told people I can't answer no questions until you ask me after like the first game, first two games or something. Then I can tell you what it's like. But
Yeah,
just trying to picture it, I can't. I can't.
I don't blame you. I feel like it's just going to be so different than everything you guys have been used to for majority of your basketball playing careers. I mean, maybe you could relate it to something when you were kids, right? But that's not the same level of competition that you're at now.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be like, do you feel like you're just going to have to even maybe dig even deeper to find even more motivation without that crowd noise?
No, not for real. Cause, well, at least not for me. Cause it don't matter. I could be playing an open gym and I'm still gonna play the same way. So like the way I'm gonna be playing is not gonna be different. It's just gonna be weird not to have people there and stuff. But it ain't gonna make me play no different though. Nah, not at all.
I mean, I don't think we expect anything less from you, Jevon. I mean, we know you got that treadmill mentality, all that stuff. Well, Jevon, thank you. I appreciate your time. Go get some lunch and stay healthy, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.
All right, see you.